Two police officers in Bristol, Connecticut were shot and killed and a third injured in an apparent ambush.
Rhetoric has consequences. Welcome to another installment of Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms for NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. Before I start into this, I just got to make a public service announcement. It seems that there's a troll on my channel who has been reporting, from what I can tell, reporting any video that they find controversial to the YouTube moderators. And a couple of times, the video that they reported to the YouTube moderators who said, oh yeah, we gotta, take this down, has been using video from a news outlet where their video is still up. And I unfortunately, I've been getting that. And apparently some people can't handle the truth, because it is uncomfortable. But that's basically what's going on right now. And I hope that the people who are subscribed, and I appreciate every one of you, just check your notification bell and just make sure you're getting those notified, you get your notifications when I put a video up. So now this is something new I got to deal with. But let's talk about this. Bristol, Connecticut, close to home, about 45 minutes up 84 from me. 2 police officers were ambushed. Well, 3 actually, but 2 were killed and 1 is in critical condition. And this is a real damn shame. And I'm going to probably say some controversial things on this one. But you know what? When you vilify law enforcement and you run rhetoric, now they still don't have a motive as to why this happened, because this was an ambush. This was pre-planned ambush. They have not yet come out with a motive behind this, but let's go ahead. I'm going to finish up the video that you saw in the beginning, and we'll come back.
2 police officers in Bristol, Connecticut were shot and killed and a third injured in an apparent ambush.
A hero salute today in honor of Sergeant Dustin Del Monte and Officer Alex Hamzy. Police say late last night the officers arrived at a home after a call for help, but were then met by gunfire. CBS 2's Allie Bauman in Bristol tonight, where the community is in mourning.
The officers were responding to a 911 call for a domestic dispute between brothers when the suspect allegedly opened fire. Investigators believe the call itself was a fake, a deadly ploy to lure the officer to the suspect's home. Bristol is nicknamed the All Heart City, and tonight the city's heart is broken. The Bristol Police Department is overflowing with flowers and handwritten cards as the community files in to pay their respects to Sergeant Dustin Del Monte and Officer Alex Hamzy.
It's a family. It's a family is why we're here.
David Corrello, a retired Bristol detective, planted American flags outside the station.
You're always a police officer, whether you're retired or not.
The officers were responding to a 911 call late Wednesday night for a domestic dispute in a Bristol home. When they arrived, investigators say the suspect, 35-year-old Nicholas Brucher, came out wearing camo, wielding an AR-15 style rifle, and opened fire on the cops.
10 to 15, rapid, bang, 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 bang. Stop for maybe a minute, then another 15 to 20, bang, 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 bang.
The shots captured on a neighboring camera.
They said they have an officer involved shooting. They're requesting backup.
The suspect was killed and his brother Nathan wounded. 34-year-old Officer Hamzy died at the scene. He just celebrated his first wedding anniversary this summer. 35-year-old Sergeant Del Monte died at the hospital. He leaves behind a wife, 2 children, and a third on the way. 26-year-old Officer Alec Yerota was injured and released from the hospital Thursday.
Our men and women of the Bristol Police Department are privileged and honored to serve on the front lines protecting and serving the community of Bristol. And that's what these heroes did last night.
Hours later, cops lined the hall of Bristol Eastern High School for a vigil with the community.
I see all these guys around town. They're a great police force. Just thought I owed it to come down.
Police are working to figure out a motive as well as the suspect's brother's role in this apparent ambush. The last time an officer died in the line of duty here in Bristol was 1944. In Bristol, Connecticut, Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
All right, you heard that and you saw that, and these people, you know, what a job. What a job. Literally, then they're surprised that people don't want to become police officers, because why would you sign up for a job that makes you a scapegoat when things don't go the way that certain people believed it should go, or certain things happen? These brave dudes, man, they run into the fire, literally. And, you know, like I said, this was pre-planned. You heard that. And I'm just going to pull this up real quick and browse over some things. And this is from Fox News. 2 Bristol police officers killed, 1 severely injured in pre-planned ambush. Bristol police, believe officers were lured to the scene with a fake domestic abuse call by brothers Nicholas and Nathan Butcher. Okay, 2 police officers were killed, another one seriously wounded after 2 suspects ambushed them with a fake 911 call Wednesday night, according to Connecticut State Police. All 3 members were members of the Bristol Police Department, and we know their names. There's another article here where they talk about, from the New York Post, and they talk about how, which is kind of a strange connection, but how the police officer who was ambushed, one of them was actually Facebook friends with the shooter. And I'm like, that's kind of pushing it. I have a lot of people on Facebook that I'm friends with. You know, you don't know how these two connected, but they seem to be making a big deal out of this, because I've seen a lot of articles just on this point here. I don't get what that's about. But the crutch of this is, and me personally, this is my opinion. So the Facebook moderators, when you get the report, this is my opinion. You know, when you vilify these guys, when, you know, something goes awry that could, you know, that comes under scrutiny, and you vilify them, defund them, people are committing violent acts against them, such as throwing bricks or throwing things at, you know, you've seen the videos over and over again. They go to arrest somebody and they got a whole bunch of other people try to rush up and try to push them. You know, you've seen all the videos. I mean, they don't need to pull them up. But when you vilify people like that, and then what do you think the outcome's going to be? You know, I'm always one to say, you know what, you're responsible for your own actions. Don't get me wrong. This is on these 2 guys here. But obviously they were of a mental capacity where they thought that this was somehow a justifiable thing. And that's the worst part. That's the worst part about all this. Certain elements are justifying violence when it fits into their narrative. I'm going to bring up actually going to pull up this post. This is from the BLM leader in Cambridge. BLM leader, and I get her name up here. I'll throw it up on the screen behind me. BLM leader of activist Didi Delgado goes on one of the social medias, it's Facebook, it looks like, and celebrates this event, the murdering of 2 police officers. And she's no prize either, because apparently she got donations and used the money to get legal fees for her boyfriend on domestic violence charges. And I'm sure she's not the only one. I'm sure there are numerous people out there quietly, maybe not as stupid as to put it out there publicly like she did, but are celebrating this event. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the rhetoric that I'm referring to. Condolences have to go to the family, and we need to, you know, the good people, you need to start supporting it, because these guys are literally the gate, the fence, the dike, the dam between us and the criminal element. And we got to treat them with more respect. Now, does not mean that they're above the law. It does not mean that I'm saying that every single one of them is a good person. No, you got bad apples. You got janitors who are bad people. So what? It's just human nature. But we've got to stop vilifying an entire group of people based on the actions of a few and then celebrating them losing their lives over doing their jobs. Let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time the video goes live. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.